All right, guys, here is a Tag Heuer Monaco. Now, this is a watch I honestly never thought I'd have on the channel because, I mean, quite frankly, I am not particularly drawn to this watch, this style and the overall look, or its heritage. And I know I might get ridiculed for that, but I also like to keep an open mind. So when Richard at Saltzman said, "Hey, have you ever videoed a Tag Monaco?" I said, "No." Send it over. I want to see it because getting a watch and handling it and doing a little bit of research on it can kind of like open you up to the concept and really what's going on here. And I can see why so many people really love this watch. And it's quite frankly, it's growing on me. So let's get into the size and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the things that make this watch special and where it fits in, I think, with a lot of people that are collectors or just enthusiasts. So the case shape, weirdly enough, is almost exactly square, like from here to here without the lugs. But the width on the side here, 39.15. The lug to lug is 47.5. There we go. Check out that crystal. That crystal is a trip. We're going to do a close-up of that. Thickness, 15.2, but that includes an automatic chronograph with a date and a crazy crystal. So it's, all things considered, it is not that thick for what you're getting. 22 millimeter lug width and a 7 millimeter crown. It is a push-pull crown. It is not a screw-down crown. Still has 100-meter water resist. Okay, so price point. Yeah, it gets up there a little bit. On bracelet, which I don't know why you would get one on bracelet. I just, again, maybe I'll see one in the future on bracelet and it'll change my mind. But on bracelet, it's $7,700. That's current price. On leather like this, $7,500. So let's take a closer look at this watch. So first off, love the blue. Even though I don't have a whole lot of blue dialed watches, I absolutely love this blue. It is perfect. I love the sub dials, how they're squared off. I like the configuration of the chronograph. And that was done because it is more of an automotive themed, or inspired or from its origins watch. So the chronograph is going to meet those functions. And we're going to go ahead and start the chronograph right now. Now it is a column wheel chronograph, which is really cool. I'll show you that. They actually did the column wheel in red. I love that. So the subdials here, this one's going to keep track of your 30-minute. And then over here is going to keep track of your 12-hour as it's ticking away. So much bigger numbers to compete with. It is, Steve McQueen, the Le Mans, all that stuff, right? So Le Mans, two different things there. You could use this for the other one too, but that's a different story. So date down here at the 6 o'clock. You have a running seconds also down at the 6 o'clock. For as much information that's on this dial, it just doesn't seem like it's super busy. It seems really clean and then timeless. And I think that's proven that this watch is timeless. It is unique for sure, but still remains timeless. Check out that crystal. I cannot get over that crystal. I don't know if all the older ones look like that too, but these current model ones, that crystal's like jewels. Like it looks like jewelry to me almost. It's just phenomenal. I love that. And also, it is pressed directly into the case, meaning that there is no, as far as I can tell from its construction, it doesn't look like there's like a separate bezel that the crystal's pressed into. So it's crystal right to case from what I can tell, and I like that. I'm a huge fan of that. The other big draw to this watch is the in-house movement. It's called the, if we look here, you can see it. It is the Heuer O2, right? And they skeletonized some of the plates on the back so you can see more gears. They skeletonized the rotor so you can see, and it kind of looks like, 2/3 of a wheel on a race car. So that's really cool. And then if you look up top there, you can see that racing red column wheel. Very cool. This thing has 33 joules, beats at 4 hertz, has an 80-hour power reserve. It is extremely accurate, and it's in-house. It's actually their movement, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and stop the movement. Very tactile feel, very easy to use. Instantly snaps back. Love that. Zoom back out. Let's pop this on my 7¼ inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. So who buys this watch? Well, like I said, the automotive enthusiasts, the people that just like retro styled looking watches, maybe chronograph collectors are going to be drawn to this for sure. Or maybe there's probably quite a few, and I could see myself eventually going into this category of collecting watches that are unique but iconic. So I've heard many times people say this is an iconic watch, and I don't disagree with that, but it's also unique. And not always are iconic watches unique. And I'm definitely more drawn to unique looking watches, whether it's a color or design or a movement or configuration or anything like that. And I think this one checks a lot of those boxes. In fact, there's special edition ones of this, like a left-hand drive one, which is some of the older ones. I think that's how they were done. There's the Golf series from the racing series, for the racing team Golf, and it had more colors, like striped going through the dial. Very cool limited edition models, and I suspect we'll see more in the future. I hope anyway, because it is a very cool looking watch, and there's still a lot of potential to play around with this one with colorways and style and limited editions and all that stuff for the collectors. But are there collectors of the Monacles? I assume they are. I could be wrong, but I assume that there are collectors of this particular watch. Let's take a look at the Lume. It does have Lume. So there you go. I cannot get over that crystal, even in low light. It is too fun. I'd like to see more watches with the crazy crystals like that. So if you guys know of any like that, let me know, because I definitely want to check them out. Look at the light play on that thing. That is so cool. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next vid.